Good morning, everybody. Happy first day of meteorological spring to you. We've got a little bit of winter weather to talk about very early in the week, and then we've got a lot of rain to talk about. Warmer temperatures are all in store for us here throughout the video. So let's dive right in. First up on your screen is short range future radar. We're going to look at the possibility for a little bit of wintry precip to try to move into the area this evening, into the overnight hours, and into the first part of tomorrow morning. So as we advance this through, you'll see some rain start to build into the west over by St. Louis. This is now about 9 p.m. tonight. Notice we may see some rain showers, maybe some wintry mixed snow showers in north central Missouri. As we go into the overnight, those rain showers will start to fill in. Notice we could see a little bit of a wintry mix to, maybe some light to moderate snow, especially north of Route 50, closer to that I-70 corridor. This is for about 2 a.m. tonight, and that'll hang around for the next couple hours as we go into the first part of your day. Monday, this is 6 a.m. Monday morning. Notice most of the precip now has moved out of the area. You haven't heard me talk about this a lot yet, just because the models have been decreasing in its intensity on this the last couple days. Friday, if we were to look at this, we were talking maybe a couple inches of snow, all sorts of ice and stuff to worry about out of this. As the weekend has went on, the models have just continued to trend down on the intensity of this. So is it possible we could see some slick spots Monday morning for your commute? Absolutely. Could be a little bit of icy spots out there, but temperatures are going to quickly warm north of freezing tomorrow by midday. So anything that does fall tomorrow isn't going to be a real big deal. It's going to melt. If we see any sort of frozen precipitation, it'll melt fairly quickly. So there's that. As we go later on into the day, notice some rain showers may hang around for your Monday before they really scoot off to the east by Monday afternoon into the first part of Tuesday. Here comes our next little disturbance of some rain showers. And looking a little bit long term now, this is the first one was the HRRR, that's our high res model. Next one is the GFS, just showing you another chance of those snow showers, maybe a little bit of wintry mix overnight tonight and into the first part of tomorrow before that gets out of the picture. Tuesday or Monday, the rest of Monday looks fairly good. Rain comes back into the picture Tuesday, and that will pretty much hang around all week as we go. Now we're into Thursday, maybe some rumbles of thunder for your evening Wednesday night into Thursday, according to the GFS, but we get a break. Another one comes in on Friday, and rain continues to hang around as we go into next weekend. So you kind of get the picture. We're in a much more active storm track now, and that's going to bring with it plenty of beneficial rain for the area. The other thing it's going to do is keep the temperatures nice and warm across the area. This is forecast highs for Tuesday afternoon, and notice much of the area in the mid to upper 50s across the area. Wednesday, we go into the 60s, potentially mid to upper 60s along and south of the Route 50 corridor. By Thursday, we're all pretty well in those mid to upper 60s. Friday, we could pop back into the 70s, according to the GFS, and maybe even see some mid 70s there by Friday afternoon. So you get the picture. We are warming up across the area as we go throughout the work week. I mentioned earlier as well, we could see some beneficial rain out of this. These next three pictures are just a couple of the different forecast models showing 7-day rainfall potential. This is through lunchtime on Sunday, about a week from today. Notice the GFS wants to give us anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain across the area. The Canadian paints much of the same picture, 2 to 3, maybe some isolated 4-inch amounts there along the I-70 corridor, and same thing for the European model, anywhere from 2 to 3 inches possible across the area. So lots of beneficial rain coming to our neck of the woods. We see this from the National Weather Service as well. This is their first up is their 3 to 7 day hazards outlook. This is just highlighting the potential for any sort of hazardous weather across the country. And notice if we zoom in closer to home, we do see heavy rain potential in our neck of the woods for the for March 3rd. That would be right about Wednesday, I believe. No, Tuesday. Chance for a little bit heavier rain on Tuesday. And notice some more rain, heavy rain building off to the west for the end of the week. We see that carried through in the 8 to 14 day outlook. This takes us through next week. With heavy precipitation possible by the time we get towards this weekend into the first part of next week. Flooding also going to have to be a possibility as we go into the first part of next week. So, I don't have the map pulled up, but we do see we are in still drought conditions in our neck of the woods. I think those will begin to ease up as we go here into the first couple weeks of March. Last thing I'll leave you with is the Climate Prediction Center outlooks, 6 to 10 day, taking us through next Tuesday the 10th, well above average on your temperatures. 8 to 14 day, we maintain that above average look. This takes us through next Saturday, March 14th. Precip also stays active as we see well above average precip expected on the 6 to 10 day, and we keep that above average in our neck of the woods there on the 8 to 14 day. So an active weather pattern in store for us as we move into the first part of March. It looks like March is coming in like a lion. So hopefully that'll mean it'll even out by the time we get to Easter at the end of the month. A little bit of wintry precip possible overnight tonight into the first part of tomorrow. Nothing major expected out of that. If you have homework, do your homework tonight. I don't foresee any issues tomorrow morning as far as schools are concerned. So there's that. A lot of rain in store. Make sure you grab a raincoat. Stay tuned every weekday morning to the Facebook page for my out the door forecast a little bit before 7 a.m. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one.